And Grand Rising, welcome to Grand Rising Elizabeth. Today is Passion and Purpose, and I actually have the pleasure of being your special guest today. I'm Danyelle Claxton. I am the goddess of social media and a guest creatress of Sacred Wellness Tech. And today is Friday, May 29th, and we are going to dive deep into the wonderful world of Zoom. Um, Yeah, I guess you can consider this a Zoom training. I use Zoom not just for Grand Rising Elizabeth, but I also use it for work as far as training and onboarding new caregivers onto the platform. And I'm starting to use the platform more often doing presentations, super patch presentations, or any kind of presentations. And so we're going to dive into the back office because there's a lot of good stuff with there's a lot of stuff that you can do with Zoom that most people don't even realize. So if you have any questions, you can raise your hand, but this is just to get us a little bit more familiar. And I think I can share my screen.
Yes.
So you can see my screen. Okay. So, um, and then so first of all, let's check out layout. Layout is probably one of my funnest. If you can see my bar, there is layout between pause and animate. There's layout. Layout, you could see my full screen. I could choose to be in the bottom lower camera. I could choose to have it almost like a newscast where I'm in the bottom corner and the content is in the upper right corner, or I could choose to have it right beside me. So we got options, okay? We don't have to just always be um either the shared screen or just you. You can choose the layout that's going to work best for you for how you're sharing your content or your presentation for that day. So, layout, love layout. And it's in the little bar, it's in a little menu bar that's at the bottom. You can't see my screen. Yeah, I don't think you can see the screen. I'm looking at the layout to see if you can see it. But it's the menu bar that you can also move to. And I don't think you could see this because uh let me see if I could do content only.
It's called layout.
Yeah, it's called layout. This is how you can play around. And I also suggest after you do or after this particular show, if you have time, go and play around in Zoom with the tips and tricks that I give you so that you can prepare for your next presentation or whatever. Just play around with it. A lot of the stuff I discovered on my own just playing around with it. And then I did find a YouTube video off of YouTube University that did help. But layout. This is how you get to this is how you get to show or see or just change the different layout of how you're doing things. So I started off with layout. Now I'm just seeing what else do I want to go. And then if you have any questions, being a Zoom master behind here, presenting and this at the same time can be daunting. Yes, Mama Evelyn.
Oh, I just want to know, is there an extra cost?
No, these are all free features.
Okay.
These are all standard free features.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my screen. I think, and now I want to say, me personally, I kind of use Zoom I have an app on my phone. Sorry, I have an app on my computer. So I usually use Zoom through the computer and not necessarily the browser. There's no wrong way of actually doing this. Um, and I want to see layout because I kind of want to see, okay, we got side by side. Okay, I gotta change sharings. I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna share a different screen. Zoom, 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 zoom. If it would show. Okay, library, phone mirroring. Okay. So it's not showing me from the app. That's okay. So I'm gonna go back to sharing. Okay. So this, I believe you could see my app, or if you could see my screen.
Yeah, we see the screen.
Which screen? Okay. Let me
We
see.
see
Which
the
one?
one where side by side for you to log in.
Oh, side by side. Okay.
hmm
Then you're not seeing the workspace. That's what I was trying to show you was the workspace.
No. No, we're not seeing that.
So let me see if I could just show you the workspace. Also, did you guys know that you can have multiple, you can switch between multiple Zoom accounts?
No, that would be good.
Yes. Now let me see if I could share that. But I think that's on the workspace. So yes,
When you
the Zoom
say
account.
Multiple Zoom account, you mean your own, or are you talking about with like my account and your account?
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I could show the workplace. La, 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 la. And I don't think it's letting me do that. Notes, music, messaging. It won't show this one particular screen. So, if you're in Google Work, if you're in, sorry, Works Zoom Workspace, in the top right-hand corner where you just have to play around with it, where your profile picture is, if you have the credentials for the Zoom accounts that you're working with, then they under settings, they have something that says switch account. Now, it's not letting me switch account right now because I'm using this Zoom right here, but this is my work Zoom. This is the Zoom that I pay for. I have another one that's just Danyelle Claxton. I also have the credentials for Grand Rising Elizabeth and for the job. And so literally, I can switch between before the Zoom, before the meeting starts, I can switch between accounts to work with the profile that I need to be working in the profile for that day. All you do is log in. You just log in, log in, log in, and then when you need to switch between whatever it is that you're working with, you can switch between the accounts.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I hate the fact I can't show you that, but I hopefully I explained that. When I found that out, I was like, oh my God. Okay, so I can switch between accounts. This makes it so much easier. I'm like, okay, yes. Um, Let me stop sharing and let me start sharing again. Okay, so we got Grand Rising Elizabeth. So also inside of the workspace. Once again, I'm gonna see if I could, if I can't show this, then this it's okay. At least I could tell you what it is. Um, did you know that Zoom has an automatic AI note taker that would sit there and transcribe the whole show for you, take notes and give you a summary, provide you a summary afterwards?
Oh, wow. I knew they do, but I've never used it.
Oh my God, I love, let's put it like this. Certain government agencies that I have to attend meetings for, they won't let us use it. I don't know why. It's like, what are you trying to hide? But yeah, it's once again, if you're in your workspace, because you can only access this in the workspace, which I wish I could show you, but right next to it, it's called AI Companion. You can turn on your AI, you can set it to turn on your AI companion for every Zoom meeting that you do, or you can just turn it on, the feature on when you want to use it. And
Can you go to your um to where where you're showing where that is? Because you right now it's on where you sign in.
oh, well no, it should be on my desktop. Is that better?
That's where you sign in.
No, no, hold on one second. Let me stop sharing. You should be able to see my entire screen. I don't know why it's showing that because I'm selecting for it to show. I'm gonna come out of this.
There you go.
What is it showing? What is it showing now?
Well, it's showing
Okay, hold on one second. That's
your
Gmail.
Gmail. And okay.
I'm just closing. I'm not closing. I'm minimizing all of my screen because that's not the screen that I want to do. Yeah,
I
see,
sometimes
I've
when you have a lot of stuff open, I've had to close stuff so that it doesn't get confused or it works faster.
okay. This is whatever this is just stuck. That is my phone mirroring. Quit that. FaceTime, we gonna quit that. Yeah, I typically have like 1,000 thing that when I bring up my AI, when I bring up my Google Workspace, that's the one screen I want you to see, and it won't let you see it. Hold on a second. Sharing. Hold on, I'm gonna stop sharing. And then I'm going to share again. Yeah, that is the one weird screen.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I see what's on the desktop. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that they won't show. It won't show that one particular that one screen. But yes, the AI companion. I'll just you can look this up. If I can't show it to you, you just may have to play around with your Zoom and look up some of these features here. But the AI companion is a note-taking companion. And like I said, everything that's inside, I believe it's a free, okay, so it's a free feature only for so long within the free account. It's a standard feature inside the paid account.
Because
So,
the when in the free account you only get 40 minutes, right?
right,
Yes,
Yes.
for
40
the free
minutes.
account, you only get 40 minutes and up to 100 participants.
And Danielle, if I'm not mistaken, that assistant will show up on as a um person on your Zoom page. Whenever you're on Zoom, it just show up as a participant.
A
Right.
participant
So like
has his
so like
own
if I
box.
want to use it, if I want to use it right now, and there's also my notes. If you want to type your notes out within the account, whoever is hosting the Zoom has to have these features, have to turn the features on for other users to use them. So like right now, I wanted to talk about my notes. It says my notes cannot use the meeting transcript in this meeting. Please ask the host to upgrade to the latest version. So the host needs to be on the latest version and also give permission to other participants
To
to
use.
actually use. What I like about this is like, especially for Grand Rising Elizabeth host, it transcribes the meeting. So you can go back, you could read, you could take everything that's in that meeting and copy and maybe turn it to actual content for social media. You can talk about what it is that you talked about during the show, the key points, major key points, and just turn that into a whole post. I thought that was um I thought that was kind of cool.
So I need to upgrade.
That's what it said. When it says upgrade, it could be upgrade the software or upgrade the account.
And what's the first paid level?
20, is it 7?
I
What's
think
that?
it's 25. I think it's 25. It's in the 20s. I know because like I said, the account I'm on right now is a paid account. Okay, trying to show you something.
So while she's doing that, the other thing with Zoom is that if you pay it monthly, you pay more money. If you pay it annually, you pay a lot less. I think we've ended up paying, we pay annually and it was like I don't know, like $125 or something like that. 100 and maybe even 150, but they always have a special. One of the really good times to look at Zoom for paying is on Black Friday because they always have a Black Friday special, and that would actually pick up when your other Zoom gives out. But the annual saves a lot of money. I'm getting ready to upgrade. I'm getting ready to actually have my own paid Zoom because I've been using the company's paid Zoom. And they were offering something like 25% off. So I'll look at that and I can tell you what that cost is. But a year, I think, was kind of like $115 when they finished with it. So that's way cheaper than $20 a month because after 5 months, you're already at $100.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good
Okay.
morning, everyone.
Good
Grand
morning.
Rising.
Amazing.
Grand Rising.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that, Lorraine. Um, like I said, I wish I could show you this. I tested this out last night and everything was working, and now it's just not showing. Also, for every Zoom that you log into, Zoom meeting that you log in, it actually saves it, the login information and
Password.
the password. So when you go to join, sometimes when you go to Zoom and you're not logged in, it would say just join. When you select join, it would do a drop down of the names of the previous Zooms that you have previously logged into. So
Oh, thank you.
you could just click on it and get access to it.
Whew. Because I know Elizabeth's by heart. But the other ones is like,
Yeah, so for some people, if one of the tips that I always tell people when there's a Zoom meeting, I say take the link, put it on your calendar for the time that the meeting is going on. That way it's it's there. Um, what is it? I will stop share. I'm gonna do share again. Let me see if I can bring up my calendar. And that way you always have the link and it's there. But then again, if you forget to do that and it's something that you do consistently, then that link is what is it? You can always just scroll for the meeting that you're looking for and get access to it. I know a lot of people, some people just didn't know that happens, that you can do that. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Um, See how I got Grand Rising? I don't have the Zoom link because like Mama Evelyn, I know exactly what it is. But this other one that I've been doing at noon, it's right there. Empowerment with Sancia. Noon, I can click on it, it's there. But I also know it's in the join section of, I think, all three accounts that I'm in or that I have access to. I can just flip the script and it's there. So I'm gonna stop sharing on that one. You guys still see my screen? No, you don't, because so also what is okay, so when it comes to, I'm gonna share my screen again and just okay, so you can see it. I can see it. You can see it. Show me. Okay. So at the bottom you also have where you can see your participants, you see your chat. Somebody said somebody in the chat. Hey V Dobson. I know you're listening to us in the office. She's in quiet mode. Um You can see the chat, so you can, it's really interesting to sit here and actually see all this going on at the same time, but it's okay. You can pause the meeting, you can do Zoom layout. You also have remote control, which turns everything, the main menu bar into like a little remote control that you can use to control things. And there's a more section. But oh, host tools. So as a host, you can lock the meeting. Now I know how Stancia does it. If you're doing a meeting, people and you tell
Danielle.
people, huh?
Okay. Her name is Stanicia.
Stancia.
Because we're gonna see her. I don't want us saying her name wrong. Stanecia. Stanicia.
Stancia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So in the host tools, you can lock the meeting. So if I know like when you're using the whiteboard feature, you can't have people coming in while you're in the meeting while you're trying to use the whiteboard. So you can lock the meeting, meaning nobody else can come in either for a period of time or for the rest of the meeting. So that's a toggle inside of host tools. You can enable a waiting room. which means that when people, let's say you do lock the meeting, but people are still coming in, you can place them in a waiting room until you unlock the meeting.
Are you
You can,
able, I'm sorry, are you able to go to, right now you still have the calendar up. Can you go to,
hold on a sec. I thought you saw my desktop.
right, well, right now right now we're looking at your calendar. If you could go to the uh
Okay.
Zoom.
Well, no, because I have it on desktop. I don't have it on calendar. So it should be, you should see the screen. Is that better?
No, we're just looking at your calendar, honey.
Okay, I'm telling you, I am clicking on, hold on one second. This is what I'll close my calendar because that's I only have two applications open.
Okay,
And hold on one second. Let me cl actually close my calendar because that's
okay.
not what I'm selecting. I'm telling you.
That was what was happening with Dietra. She was doing one thing and the other thing was coming up.
So maybe I need to update. I don't know. Maybe there's a new up. Is that better? Or is it still showing the calendar? Close. There we go. Now what do you see?
We see your screen and we see results for friendly.
Okay, so it is, maybe I need to do an update because I don't, it's not, I'm sharing my entire screen
We
and it's
see
not,
this, we see your screen, your screen with all your layouts and stuff. But and then we
yeah,
see,
but if for me, it says desktop and it's showing
yeah,
what the meeting looks like
uh-uh.
and that meant what the meeting looks like and
We see your screen and then we see that's moving. We move it up. We see, uh-oh, it's gone. Now we just see your screen, which is beautiful.
okay, so I just won't do it because I don't know why it's doing that. It's showing me one thing and it's not, yeah, it might be a glitch or a bug or update or something that needs to happen with Zoom. Because, okay, so I'm just gonna keep going. Once again, take notes on your own time, get in Zoom, play around with it. Because a lot of these features do make it easier to actually, run a Zoom meeting, run a presentation, and I just have to look and see if there's an update that needs to be updated because something is going on where it's not doing exactly what I want it to do. Okay, you can hide the profile pictures inside of here. Um, if you click on participants, you can allow participants to have access to the chat, have access to rename themselves, be able to unmute themselves, be able to start their video, and that AI request host to start AI companion. So we could send a request for the host to make it so that we could do the AI companion, which I highly recommend because for someone like me, having my Zoom actually take notes of the Zoom for me is the coolest thing ever. I absolutely love it. And then they also have a feature called transcribe my notes. And it's something that my notes cannot be used in meeting. Please ask the host to upgrade. So the host has to have that feature in order for you to use your notes. So yeah, let me see about more. So more you can record. Oh, so in more, you can also do show captions. So you can turn on the captions for you. So you can read along the show and it's transcribing what's being said from the presenter and also what's being said from um the participant side as well. So that's in the more section.
Now, Danielle, there's when Lakeisha does her show, there is something that comes and it always it requests being able to take notes. So I must have that feature already going on because every week and I have to make sure that I don't hit that and give approval for that before I record. I have to record first because if otherwise it's taking it's recording or whatever it's doing and neither me or Lakeisha can record the show. We don't get the show. So I make sure that I record first, then I hit that and say it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to play around with that. Maybe at another time we play around with that and find out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at the bottom, I'm at the bottom with the tools. I'm inside more, which gives you another little drop box. Um, that's where you can do, I'm just going to use this as an example. But let me see if I can share. Okay, sharing will close the whiteboard. Oh, screen sharing. So hopefully you can see, I just brought up a whiteboard. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, so this is excellent if you ever want to, I don't know, you're talking and you want to draw, and I'm using my mouse to draw. It may not be the best image, but if you're the type that needs to, draw something out in order to get your point across, you can do the whiteboard. But just remember, when you do the whiteboard, it kind of closes everything off for other people to come in. So like right now, nobody else can come in. Hi, Joy. I saw Joy sneak up in here. But you can present the whiteboard as need be. Draw what you need to draw and everything like that. And then when done, you can close it and close out of it. So that's it. That's in the more feature um, drop down box.
Can you bring that back up?
I sure can. I can bring up the whiteboard.
Yeah, because now I think I was on my phone. Yeah, I was on my phone and Stanicia was using it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to make it larger so I can see it. And so I was, using my phone and moving it around, and it was showing up on hers. And she kept
Yes, that's
she
why she
kept
said,
saying, don't do not write. I was just trying to move it up so because it was so small on my phone.
right,
So
because I think what it is, because I see Madam Finance just drew a line. Participants can add to the whiteboard. It is supposed to be like a sharing tool. So you guys are brainstorming, we're working on something. You know what I'm saying? This would be good for a brainstorming session where everybody can contribute something to a particular project that you're working on within the meeting or the presentation. But that's why she always says, don't do anything. Don't touch the screen. She's always saying, don't touch the screen, don't touch the screen. Because if you type anything or do something, it's going to show up here. So
yeah.
yeah, I see people playing around with it. But the whiteboard is an excellent way of, collaborating, brainstorming, or just getting that particular thought out of your head when you're trying to, what is it, draw something. Yeah, you guys are all, I see it. And I see what she's talking about now because I see Lorraine moving across the screen. I see you all.
Yeah, so you really have to make that clear to everybody because when in particular, like if I'm on my computer, then it's big, but if I'm on my phone and I'm trying to see whatever you're creating, then it's going to show up.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's something. But she kept saying, don't touch your screen, and I could not, but I'm trying to see. Then I saw what I had, what I where my finger had, you know, tried to open it up, and the lines was on there. She was a little irritated by it, but nobody understood why. But
Now
that's
we
what
know.
happens.
Now we know.
Now
So
we know.
that's the whiteboard. So I'm gonna close out the whiteboard. And still in the more section. Okay. All right. And another quick tool I figured this out. I'm gonna go back into share. And if I go to share and go to advance, um, you can select a video file. Clips is actually new. Clips is where when the presentation is over, you can go to the file of that presentation and turn it into mini clips. So if you follow Stanicia, you notice that she records her meetings and key parts of the meetings are starting to show up as content on social media. That's because she clips the meeting, which is usually like an hour, hour and a half, gets that 1 to 3 minute, goodie and turns it into a piece of content. Underneath there is something called audio, computer audio. So I just clicked on it. I can share my computer audio, and hold on, I'm gonna make sure that you want to make sure that the volume is at least like 10%, 20%. And hello, how are you? You could have music playing in the background of your meeting or presentation coming from your computer. Now, by show of hands, how many of you guys hear that?
Yes, I hear it.
Okay. Okay. So I really do like this feature because I do feel like sometimes if you're in a meeting or a presentation, I think it just adds a little bit of something extra to it for you to actually have, something, something in the background. So that's in the advanced section. And this is coming from, I use Apple Music. So this is coming from my Apple Music section.
So question, do you have to make sure that that music is
royalty free?
Yeah.
Yes, if you're going to use this and put this out on YouTube or any other social media platform, yes, you want to make sure that the music that you are using is royalty free.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I want to see. And I was like, oh, I like that tip. I like that little tip and trick.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so and then we also got the rooms. And this particular one, they also have apps. Now, Zoom does have royalty-free music that you can use. It's an app. They have a whole playlist. So if I was to use mindfulness meditation, I can use that in the background as well. So you could play your own music for what it is that you're trying to do. Like this is meditation music.
Joy's hand is up.
Yes, Joy.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Girl.
When you say royalty free, so that would be music that you'd have to pay, that you don't have to pay for. The other music you have to pay for?
So, okay, so the general rule is, if you're playing music, you can only use up to 30 seconds of, let's say, a Beyonce song or Boney James. I'm just throwing names out there. You can only use 30 seconds without them coming after you for being in copyright infringement. So any music that you're playing, there is music out here called royalty free, meaning they don't expect, any money for coming because you're using their music.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So like the music that's playing right now is mindfulness music. It's a whole list inside of Zoom that you can use because it's royalty free. They didn't already pay for it for you to use without getting, caught up with the whole the copyright infringement situation.
Got you. Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. So you do have to be careful, but it does add a little something to me. I do like it. I'm like, because sometimes you just need a little something. But they do have, I'm looking at, they have apps. They have all kind of apps back here. They have apps where you can give name tags instead of people's, name showing up on screen. You can create a name tag. It adds a little fun to it. This is in the back office. You can add a timer. So if you send people off into breakout rooms, you can actually add a time, or if you're giving them a break, you can give a timer that will do a countdown from like 10 minutes backwards, or you can count up 1 minute up. All of this is in the what is it? The app section of this. And there's even a feature back here called group photo. I can actually sit here. I'm going to do this. Oh wow, that's cool. I just literally took a group photo.
I had to allow you.
Thank you. So let me see what happens. I'm gonna see if I could show create group photo.
While you're doing that, what I like about the rooms where you can send people to the rooms, like if we had something where, let's say all five of the shows, and we were doing something massive, we can divide. I can create five different rooms, and each room people can choose to go to different rooms. So you can do conferences like this. Okay, wants to take a photo. Okay, allow. Um,
Okay, I see how that works.
and
Got you.
the main host, like I could go into each of the rooms. I can pop in on each of the rooms. That's what the host can do, and come back out. And then you can also, at a certain time, you can also allow people to move around in different rooms. So I love that when I attend events where they divide up into different rooms. What I also found when I did a natural hair event, nobody was talking when we were all together, and I was, talking, and I had the different people, my hosts, my different guests speak. But when I divided everybody up into rooms and gave them assignments on different things to talk about their hair and stuff, and when they came back, they was hyped. They were talking, because they were in individual rooms where it was like 3 or 4 people in each room. And when they came back, man, and then they also had, like 3 minutes each or 5 minutes each, so that everybody gets to speak. And then when they came back, man, they was hyped like crazy. So that is also a way for us to do a major conference for the world without having to physically, purchase something. We can do that and then divide up at a certain time where they go into different rooms. So I wanted to share that. I love that feature.
Okay. Now this is weird. It would show me different things, but I don't know why. I'm just gonna share it. So like right now, I'm showing you the music feature inside the music app, the within Zoom. This is not coming from my computer. This is inside the when you go into apps and hit music. So if you see, these are all royalty-free genres that you can add to add a little pizzazz to your music. You can even try to find favorites. You can save certain things as favorites and create your own playlist. So it's already curated. I think I just I put on some jazz. Uh-oh. And that's why you got the little jazziness going on in the background. So this is something I think, could add a little pizzazz. Like I said, the volume is all the way down to like maybe 10, 15%, so that you could still hear me. So it's just like an undertone, as if I was playing music in the background, just a little something. I don't know why it would let me show you guys this, but since it will let me show you, I was like, I'm going to show you.
Yeah,
So,
what's really cool, Danielle, about that is that, many times we've wanted to do like a meditation, but we didn't have, the music. So you're able to actually just turn that music on while, okay, we take 5 minutes and write, and you can just, now you
mhm,
can just put some music
exactly.
on. Yeah, and have the control yourself. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and they do have a genre that says mindfulness and meditation. It's like
Mm-hmm.
maybe the second one that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so also there's some things I've been playing around with and I haven't gotten it 100%, but I know you can do quizzes. I've been on Zoom meetings. I love it with this, I love it with the state of Michigan. Remember how I told you they won't let us use our AI companion to like transcribe the meeting? But what they started doing is they started to do quizzes inside of the Zoom, and I'm still figuring out how to do this. So what it is, and I know with HHS Change, one of the brands that I use for work, when we're doing a training, they'll stop a portion and be like, okay, let's take this little 2-minute quiz. Just want to see if you're paying it. They're doing it to see if you're paying attention. And so I like being able to, you could do quizzes and polls inside of the Zoom meeting. I'm still figuring that one out. And once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know, because I think that's an excellent feature to see, to gauge, whether or not your participants are actually paying attention to you. I don't know if that's a paid feature or what. I'm still searching, like, how do I do quizzes and polls? Because I think that's a great added feature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you guys, what have you gotten out? What is like the one key takeaway that you've gotten out of this so far? Like, what feature did you not know you can do inside of Zoom that you figured out, you found out today that you can do it?
The music feature.
Thank you, Deetra. Anybody else? Nothing. Okay, so what do you think you might be incorporating into your next presentation?
Well, definitely the music, definitely, well, because I like playing music before it comes on, the show comes on, but also the notes. No, I'm not the notes, the white, the paper, what do you call? What
The
do they call?
whiteboard?
The whiteboard. The whiteboard. Yes, 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 yes. Definitely.
Okay, the AI companion is my favorite feature. Anybody else? Yes, no, maybe. So are there any questions that you guys may have? Is there anything that I may need to go back over? I
Did you
do
hear
have
what I
to,
said, Danielle?
no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought I took myself off mute. I was saying I did not know that you could actually use music like from Zoom. I've always played music in the background, but that's a very interesting feature that they have. And I didn't know that there's something called, what did you call it? Music?
Royalty-free music.
Yeah, royalty free. Like, wow. That I will look for. Thank you. This was very informative.
No, you're welcome.
I
Yeah,
got a lot out of it.
that music in the background really doesn't come through good unless you have it loud. You say, well, your music is on. Sometimes somebody playing music, but being able to just put it on right from Zoom is really super cool. That is super cool.
Oh, while we're talking, I think I can show this, your video. Now, I don't know if you guys know that you can change the dimensions of your video camera. Like, I think mine is like FaceTime HD. If you click on video, um, you can make sure your desk view camera, you got video and effects. And the cool thing about this is, you can touch up your appearance and videos and effects. There's a touch up feature that will smooth your face a little bit more smoother. Um, you can play around with the lighting. So I don't know if you saw, I just turned off portrait lighting. I just turned on portrait lighting. Portrait lighting is like if you had that light, that perfect light right specifically on you. And I am playing around in this in the video section. I just turned it off and I just turned it on. You can adjust the lighting. You can also adjust the framing, and it's also in video that gets you to blur your background
Mm-hmm.
or even change your background. Video, also you got different video filters. So I can put a filter on here that will, I don't know, give me more of a, you could play around with the filters in the backgrounds. And Lorraine, I learned this from Lorraine years ago, which was funny. You can change your appearance back here. So if for my beauty people my beautiful natural people who just do not want to put on any kind of makeup or lip gloss or anything for doing a presentation, You can actually do that feature inside of here. They give you eyebrows. You can give yourself a little lip color.
They
I,
do. They do. That's a cool feature. Like, I don't have any lipstick on. I love when I come on there. It's like, oh, I have eyebrows.
like I'm actually playing around with it right now. You could, and you could also make it where it's more prominent or take it down. So if you don't feel like putting on makeup that day, you can fake it. And it asks you, do you want to apply this to just this meeting or future meetings? So you got studio effects, you have video filters. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just showing all this is in when you go to video, there's a drop down box. You can play around with it. Um, I'm gonna take none off. And then you will also create, I have not seen too many people use the avatar feature, but the avatar feature is there. And when it comes to they have an AI generated, they have AI. So you could tell AI what kind of background you want, and it will create it for you inside this feature right here. So if I say I want a river passing through a canyon, anime style, it will actually generate that from, let it generate, and it's gonna show up. So you could play around. The creativity is here. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna try it.
Wow. Oh, that is cool.
Yes. So I'm gonna say my assignment to everybody is try. I would definitely love to see to try the features. I definitely would love to see. Almost everybody got their caricature up, their profile picture. I would say play around with one of these features and see which one you like. Be it changing your background, be it what is it, having a beauty filter on, or just play around with one of the different features that Zoom has. And like I said, I think I'm gonna update, see if my Zoom needs to be updated because I was really weird that it wouldn't show what I wanted to show. But do we have any questions or comments or concerns about anything that I just showed? Yes, no, maybe?
Oh, this is Deidre. I just have a comment. Thank you so much for all you shared today. It was very thorough, and I learned a few things, so that was nice.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. Like, and also the more Zoom meetings that I'm on, and Lord knows I'm on a lot of them. What happens to me is I'll be sitting there, be like, how they do that? How does she do that? Like, what does she do? What's going on? Okay, they just added what? And I'm like, so I'm trying to pay attention to the Zoom meeting, but I'm also trying to figure out how are they adding what they're adding. So I encourage you to go ahead and explore, get into a Zoom meeting yourself by yourself and play around with just play around with, or like a child. If you want to know how these 2, 3, and 4-year-olds get on these phones and these computers and know how to do stuff, they click buttons. What is it? Unapologetically. They be like, what this do? Okay, I got that. What that do? Okay, I got that. So just play around with some of this stuff. And then you'll discover, you don't know exactly what you're going to discover because each one is doing a totally different thing.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, one more thing. I don't know if you guys know, but you can always make another participant a co-host. And what a lot of people do, they tend to have moderators in the background. Sometimes you know who they are, sometimes you don't know who they are. But the moderator is the one that's literally
Got you in the bed.
the moderator is literally the one that's controlling everything while the presenter is presenting. So the co-host has access to everything just like the regular host. And yet they're the ones letting people in the Zoom meeting. They're the ones that's muting people. I know when we did Landmark or when we started doing Landmark on Zoom, they had several people because they would be like 3, 4, 500 people on the Zoom. They had several moderators making sure that people were muted, people were let in, people were let into the breakout rooms. that is something that you can work with another Elizabeth, is to have someone. It's almost like having an accountability partner, but if you're the type that just needs to focus on the presentation and just the presentation alone, then you can make somebody else a co-host. And of course, you got to have a meeting before the Zoom to do this, but you guys can work it out as to how your meeting is going to flow and just have the moderator take care of everything for you.
And
That's
that's kind of
huh?
what I'm doing.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Except that I'm giving you guys the power, and then I'm the moderator as far as watching to see what hand is up, um and muting people that are forgot to mute and having conversations in the background and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's really cool.
So yeah, mute
I don't
Zoom.
know, can I do more than one person? Can I do
Yes.
more? I can.
Yeah. Because they did it. You can make several people co-host. Landmark did it all the time.
Okay, I don't know if they did. Let me see. I'm gonna do this. Uh let me see. Evelyn, I'm gonna also make you a co-host. Make co-host. Confirm. So
Okay.
are you co-host now?
Yes, it says you are. It tells me I'm a co-host now.
Okay, and then Danyelle is also okay. Okay, cool. Good. All right, I'm gonna take it back. Take
She's
it
gonna
back.
give the power and take it back.
Take it back. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I know Deetra and Stacy do that. Stacy, one of them be watching while the other is if they're the other is the speaker, as well as myself.
Oh, that's a great
Oh,
tag team
that's
right
cute,
there.
Deetra, the little puppy. That is
I'm just trying some stuff.
that is cute. And
That
then
is
you
funny.
talking, look at it talking.
Oh yeah, right. When I talk, it talks.
Oh my
That's what you call an avatar.
God. That is so cute. Mm-hmm. Well,
So
good,
yeah,
good,
go
good,
ahead.
good training, even with the little blurbs.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that one out. I definitely think something is I need to look up something. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Yes, you can schedule Zooms out because I do that for work all day. Um, there's a whole workspace, and I'm gonna figure out how to show you the workspace so you can see things in the workspace. But I love how things get transcribed, and I'm going to figure out how we did this Zoom. I'm gonna figure out how to do those clips because that's great for social media, being able to get the key points and everything and post that. That's a great way of marketing. What is it, to other people.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
So
you
that
don't
would be
have to
good.
use the Opus clip.
you can use Opus Clips, but it's inside of Zoom. And I think I have to log in on the browser to Zoom to access that. So I'm going to play around with that um today and see how I'm gonna figure it out. I'm one of those people. I'm gonna figure it out.
Well,
Between
what I'm
YouTube
at, well,
University and me just playing around, we gonna figure it out.
no, I was wondering, is it like, I know you can use Opus clip, but are you saying that Zoom has that feature in it,
Right.
so you don't
Zoom
have
has
to take
Zoom
it
has that
and
feature.
put it
Yes.
over there? Yeah, that's what because I see Stanicia has um was using that. I was like, okay, something's happening that I don't know about. And I didn't, I see she did not go to Opus Clip and upload the show and then have it to divide it up. So that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's in Zoom. I just have to figure that out. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you guys learned something today, something that you can, add and enhance your Zoom presentations and meetings. And yeah. You got a question, Mama Evelyn?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I am going to be at D-Town Farms on Sunday. I think this is their. I don't know. They
Yeah,
having vendors.
yeah, they have their Saturday and Sunday. So you're going to be there on Sunday.
Um.
They had a something on YouTube where she was inviting people on Saturday and on Sunday. So
Okay, I don't know about Saturday because the the email that I got was just talking about the last Sundays of the month.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
were doing something on Saturday and Sunday. They were focusing on the children, bringing the children out there. And then she went into Sunday as well.
okay, yeah.
That-
No, I'm gonna be doing the Sundays
Cool.
Okay.
once a month.
Well,
And
I
yeah,
know me and Lorraine and a few other people from our team is going to be doing we're vending at an event. It's this Excel benefit locket presents permission today 2026. So it's an event of empowerment, self-discovery of your grief to healing journey. So this is led by Dr. Patia Lockett. She's got comedians, she's got but it's a day to permission to grieve, permission to heal, permission to laugh, permission to love, and permission to what is it? Move. So this
mhm.
is going to be at Wayne County Community College, Western campus, the campus that's on Outer Drive in Southfield. And this event is sold out, and I believe it's from 9 to 3.
Awesome. I'd also like to announce that we want to start now to do a conference next May. Madam Finance said we need to plan a year out. So we're still in the month of May, and I want to put that out that we want to do a big conference in May of 2027. Ashe,
O'Shea,
Ashe.
Ashe.
Mm-hmm. Get that.
got a
So,
place in mind?
No, it's just, let's just come together and create it and really make it happen in an awesome way. But there's a few other things that we need to do building up to that. And we
Mm.
can talk about that as we go along. One, like being at least quarterly, if not every other month, but let's just at least quarterly that we do something where the 5 shows, where we just, do smaller conference. It doesn't have to be no more than 3 hours. It could even be a couple of hours where we just come together and but we are out there in the community doing all of our shows on a platform. If it's just 20 minutes each, it's something that we are out and people actually can come and see us. So of course that would be not early in the morning. you know. So we can talk about that, but let's get out into the community and as well feature what our own businesses are, that we do that as well. Okay.
awesome. And don't forget, I believe Global Empowerment is having um like a business financial fair this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I know it starts at either 10 or 10:30, where you can actually get funding for your business. Modern Finance has been promoting that for the last couple of weeks. So I just want to remind you that if you have a business, to come with your business plan, your pitch, and there's supposed to be a room full of lenders to help you fund your business plan and your ideas. Did I say that right, Madam Finance?
TV.
That's okay. Well, let's go ahead and give ourselves a big hug. You guys were a fun audience to present to today.
You
There
are
are some.
so, if you could just see your eyebrows, you still had that eyebrow thing. And so you got two sets of eyebrows in the movie.
Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know I still, but the show was almost over, so it's okay.
Okay.
Give yourself a big hug.
Mhm.
Give the world a hug. Fill it with goodness, joy, abundance, and everything. And you guys have a beautifully blessed weekend. And I will see you Monday.
Okie dokie.
Ashe.
Love you guys.
Love you
Love
guys.
you. Love you. Peace out.
Peace out.